everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the last video of my 3-part mini-series where I give my tips on how to improve your score in some of the sections of the UKCAT. So today's video is about abstract reasoning. For some people, abstract reasoning is one of the more difficult sections, as you either see the pattern immediately or you will never see it. That being said, I have a couple of tips that might help you get the pattern a little bit quicker or even help you out if you are stuck. So firstly, if you can't see the pattern within, say, the first 5-10 seconds, then flag and move on. You can come back to it at the end because by doing this you will have time spare at the end. Chances are that when you come back to it, the pattern will just jump out at you and you will see it instantly and you won't even know why you couldn't see it the first time. It really isn't worth your time pondering and staring at a screen when it's just not going to help you. My second tip is to have a method that you use if you can't see a pattern immediately. You can either use this when you come back to them at the end or really quickly if you can't see it within the first 5 seconds. There are lots of different ways in which you can do this. A good example that I found is scans. So each of the letters stands for a potential pattern. So shape, colour, arrangement or angle, number or symmetry. You can also change the letters. So you can go through those and see if any of those fit. Alternatively, you can come up with your own mnemonic for you to use in the test. This leads really nicely on to my third tip. You will know that you get a 1-minute reading time at the beginning of each section. For the abstract reasoning section, something that you could do is write a list of the possible patterns that may come up. So it could be shape, number, angle, sides, curved edges, symmetry, reflections, transformations. You could write a list in the minute of possible patterns that could come up, and if you are stuck you could work your way through the patterns. I wouldn't suggest working your way through the patterns for every single one. I would only do it for the ones that you are really stuck on when you come back to them at the end. My final tip for the abstract reasoning section is when you are looking for the pattern, always start by looking at the simplest box. From there, it's really a lot easier to see how that box changes to the next one or to the boxes around it. If you start with the most complicated box, there is just so much going on that you can be distracted by different shapes and different things moving around. If you start with the simplest box and then say find the nearest simplest box, then you can see where the changes are, how things have changed. It's a lot easier to see a rotation from 2 shapes to 3 shapes than it is a rotation between 6 shapes to 8 shapes, because there's just a lot less going on and a lot less distraction. I hope these tips will help you when you're practicing and when you're taking the test. If you are taking the UKCAT this year, I really wish you the best of luck. Don't get yourself too stressed. Just do your best that you can do and I'm sure that will be enough. As I said before, make sure you look at my other quick tips on the UKCAT, or if you want a more lengthy detailed video on how I prepared, the resources I used and my other top tips, then make sure you go check out my other video. Also, let me know if you like these shorter, more punchy videos. This is something that's very new to me, but please do let me know if you like these shorter style videos. Thank you all so much for watching and I shall see you next time. Bye!